Now we're watching the final game of the day. Final game of the stream, and it's going to be on random map Arabia, so no crazy shenanigans, hopefully. And it's with a player very near and dear to this stream's heart, if that makes any sense, is Mr. Bean. He's played some fantastic games today. He really put it up to Jordan, I would say, in Empire Wars, then put it up to Daniel in Empire Wars. Daniel, yeah, kind of getting the upper hand there, but still, Mr. Bean, a serious player, really showed great potential, some great things that he did. Was making great decisions, but maybe just slightly outskilled by his opponents. But when you're playing top 10, top 20 guys, it's going to happen. But let's see if he can get a win here against Rose. Rose maybe a little bit behind Mr. Bean in terms of elo, but they've met each other on the ladder here. I think he's maybe 100 elo behind. Mr. Bean is 2k2, Rose is 2k1, as far as I can tell. Anyway, two very, very good players. We should see some really nice play here. Rose is playing as the Bulgarians, which you saw people picking a lot last week for some reason. I don't know why. But they're a very interesting civilization. Men-at-Arms rushing with them is quite strong because they get their free Men-at-Arms upgrades. Free and instant militia line upgrades. They can go for Cav Archer as well, which is kind of a meme, but it's not terrible. They can build crep posts, cheaper blacksmith upgrades, and yeah, can be quite strong. Meanwhile, we have Mr. Bean playing as the Vikings, which are a very, very strong civ. The big thing about the Vikings is they are getting wheelbarrow and handcart instantly and for free upon hitting feudal age and castle age respectively, which is just a massive bonus. Your TC is less idle, so you're making more villas anyway, right? So instead of getting wheelbarrow, you're just making villagers instead. And yeah, your villagers are working faster, so generally their eco tends to get completely out of hand very early on, so you really have to try and either stop them early. As we see maybe some laming here. No, Rose just going to leave that guy standing there. Gonna let Mr. Bean take that. Mr. Bean will say thank you very much. We did see Mr. Bean laming on a map 2 days ago. So yeah, he's not afraid of laming either. So yeah, there you go. Alright, with Vikings, generally you see Drush Fast Castle into archers and then a big power spike with Arbalest in Imperial Age. But they have been nerfed. Not too recently, maybe it was a year ago, they had a thumb ring taken away, so making their archers a little bit weaker. Like, they just get normal archers except for thumb ring, right? They're not like a fancy archer civ, but just seems to be their strong suit in going for archers. They don't get any bonus with their archers. Alright, so Mr. Bean gonna scout around here with his scout, and yeah, he will find his opponent here. At the back here, Rose will scout the opponent, so good scouting by both players straight off the bat. Finding their opponent. No crazy shenanigans to begin with. Mr. Bean, let's talk about his map. Backberries, nice backwood. This wood is nice too. Back stone. Gold is exposed as hell though. And I wonder if Rose notices that and will try and exploit it. We'll find the main gold. We'll find the secondary gold. The second secondary gold is out here. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. So if he spots that, he'll be like, this guy has a terrible map. Maybe I can exploit the gold. Will he miss it? Oh, he'll get it. He'll get it. Oh, so close. All right. Right now, what's he going for? He has his barracks over here. Rose is not walling at all. He's just on gold here. Mr. Bean taking some shots on his scout, so not perfect. But we'll scout the barracks here and see that it does have militia, and the militia have popped out, and they will try to get some shots on the scout. But Mr. Bean will probably track this the whole way. That's sloppy, Mr. Bean. Should never be taking shots there. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and Rose gonna just, yeah, micro around now, come forward with these guys. Barracks coming up for Mr. Bean. And yeah, this will be men-at-arms aggression. I don't see how he's gonna get in, really. And Mr. Rose, maybe he has spotted that gold situation. Hasn't, but probably realizes that this gold is exposed anyway, and is gonna look to get in some damage with a tower on this gold. Could be huge. Villagers coming out though with an archery range. This should effectively nullify the men-at-arms at this stage. And yeah, let's see. Scout goes down for Mr. Bean, so Rose in control. Archery range goes up though. Villagers gonna wall around this gold, but yeah. You feel if Rose gets a tower down here, it could be kind of brutal. Going for a forward archery range. I wonder if we'll see towers. If he adds some skirmishers straight off the bat, it could be really bad. Villagers trying to get the walls in. Oh my god. Do get the walls down. Archers will be on the way. And yeah, a tower gonna go up on the goal. I don't like this tower. Rose, build the tower so it's actually going to range. He will need to get fletching, but these villagers can move around. Going for a counter tower now. His stone is safe. That's his one saving grace, that the stone is safe at the back for Mr. Bean. But yeah, I don't know. Don't really know what's happening here. Okay, this watchtower will go up though. Archers behind gonna deal with the men-at-arms, but there's 4 men-at-arms now, and they're gonna attack the base of this tower. Oh no, there's a little wall here. That's really neat by Mr. Bean. Had a sneaky villain there trying to get this palisade down. And yeah, Mr. Bean just gonna YOLO here. Just gonna say, okay, I don't care if I lose all my men-at-arms. I'm gonna attack this palisade. And now maybe attack the base of the tower. Okay, fair enough. Archers will deal with that though, and yeah, that's a misplay by Rose. That's for sure a misplay by Rose. Over here, villagers are coming forward. And yeah, he's going to continue tower dropping. That's sick play by Mr. Bean. Walls in this villager, and this tower is just done now, right? Really nice defense from Mr. Bean. A really slick move by him. As he's going to get another tower up here is Rose. But yeah, I don't see this getting any more effective. It was a nice idea, but Mr. Bean defended like an absolute boss, and maybe Rose through a bit. So we have to prefer Mr. Bean's situation at the moment. There's safe stone here, but Mr. Bean will have to take it. Mr. Bean will have to move and take this stone if he wants to get more castles up to defend against this. Right now he's just going to wall it out. Just going to accept that he's taken off berries. And yeah, still not moving out to stone. Still not moving out there as the villager takes down the tower. And yeah, maybe he can take down this tower as well if he wants. But skirmishers here are going to make life a bit more difficult. Where are the archers for Mr. Bean? He's not making any. Archer just hang around here. He's just going to wall, in terms of defense, wall around here and be completely fine. Probably knows his opponent can't break in any further than this. Obviously has the outpost. Okay, that's interesting. And he's going to stone wall behind the berries. Right, okay. Makes sense. So Mr. Bean definitely on the front foot now. Needs to expand his army though and go on a counter-attack. If he just gets some more archers out, and just his opponent is so vulnerable at home that archers will just be nuts here in the back. And I think that's what he should be doing. But maybe he just wants to make sure he's safe at home. Another tower coming up here though, which will take him off wood. So maybe now he needs to commit to actually going to stone. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Outposts will eventually go down. Over here, walls coming up for Rose. They will slowly go up, but yeah, whether they'll keep out the archers, I don't know. Nice play, putting the skirmisher behind, probably realizing that there should be archers on the field somewhere, and is realizing that he's vulnerable at home, and is going to keep the skirmisher there, so that's a nice play. Really nice play. Okay, these villagers going out to wood, not going out to stone. Is he going to be punished for not going to stone? Maybe he feels like there's no way he's going to break in here anytime soon. But, yeah, that's probably true. Okay, is going out to stone, so... Realizing maybe he needs to get a counter tower in somewhere, but the villagers, are they going to try and hop? Can they hop? No. The villagers going to start working on the houses. These will go down pretty fast, actually. The houses have -1 melee armor. And, yeah. Mr. Bean going to stay out on stone and look to get a tower up of his own. And is he going to go for a sneak? Yeah, here we go. Mr. Bean going to come with his archers. It's not really a sneak, it's just going on a counter attack, I guess. But yeah. Rose going to counter this with the skirmishers. Where are the skirmishers positioned? Over here, where he thinks he's vulnerable. Probably feels that his stone is the most vulnerable, and it's going to position there. Besides that, he has wall on this side. So if the archers want to come in, they're going to have to go here. So it's really nice play by Rose. Really nice defensive play by both players. So have to admire that. Really good thinking. So Mr. Bean's going to be a bit upset here. Fletching is in for Mr. Bean, not for Rose. So maybe Mr. Bean thinks about adding scouts instead of archers. Could be the play here. He's going to go for his own tower here now to defend, take out the men-at-arms. Yeah, skirmishers and villagers inside the tower here. And he's walled towards his TC, so it doesn't matter here. If anything comes out here, he just drops another house. Everything goes towards the TC. So nice play. Tower is ranging here though, but fletching is in for Mr. Bean and not Rose. So his towers will be doing a bit more damage, right? As these archers eventually go down. Stone situation is still safe. Skirmishers being replaced, basically. Where's the scouts? Running around attacking. Okay, that's nice play with the scout. Mr. Bean needs to notice that. He's been really good at noticing things before. As he breaks through the stone wall, so that's nice play. But the tower is up. And I think the tower will... Yeah. Mr. Bean's tower will win this fight with the fletching. And yeah. Archers sneaking over here trying to get some kills. But yeah, has to run away because of the tower. Probably just a misclick there. Market coming up now for Mr. Bean. And yeah, he has to feel pretty okay here, but Rose doing a good job keeping the pressure on. Mr. Bean getting close to clicking up, and a few knights will end this game. A few knights in Castle Age will end this game for Mr. Bean. But let's see if he can make it there. Again, his villagers are getting wheelbarrow for free as well, which is kind of just helping in these messy situations when you want your villagers to build, repair, hop out, go attack the towers. Just a nice little bonus. As I think Rose lost a villager there. It's out of all of this, it's only 1-1 eco KD, so it's kind of crazy how good these guys are. Really, really impressive at keeping their villagers alive. This villager might go down. No, he's microed away. Nice dodging. Okay, this tower will just go down by itself though because of fletching, right? Fletching now coming in for Rose, but it's too little too late. Mr. Bean is on the way to Castle Age. I think you just build a stable and you're going to be fine. But maybe he'll stick with crossbow. As we see another tower coming up for Rose, so it's like, okay, why not? As the archers will sneak around here and look to get some damage. And I think Rose knows that this is slipping away. As skirmishers and villagers are coming out across here. So maybe he's going to go for another tower on this wood line. Okay, just tower in the middle. Going to try to take the villagers off gold on the front. Okay. I like this play. I think it makes sense. I think he knows that he's kind of done. And like, might as well, with all the stone and stuff, just go for more towers. Just YOLO towers. But yeah, Mr. Bean will see this. And maybe he can just jump in with the skirmishers. Why not? Villagers coming out here. Why not jump in with the skirms? I get some kills here. Can definitely walk underneath the TC for a while. But Mr. Bean wide open on this side anyway. Scout running around. But once he gets to Castle Age, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. I feel like scouts are better in this situation than archers. If you're being tower rushed, just because of the obviously the mobility, but also it's easier to go counter-attack your opponent. But yeah, they can obviously get spears in defense as well. But yeah. Mr. Bean going out to this gold, which maybe should have been a tower priority for Rose early on. Villagers just going to come out and batter this tower down. And yeah, no worries. This is Mr. Bean's game. Absolutely Mr. Bean's game. So let's see. Tower going up though. Tower going down for Mr. Bean. Ba-ba-da-ba. Over here, scout goes down. Skirmisher's not going to get any kills. What's he going for in Castle Age? Nothing. Just more villagers. Whatever. Why not? He's going for siege, so he just wants to clear this up. I honestly think the game would end faster if he went knights, but probably feels like he doesn't have safe enough gold yet to do that. Wants to get a ram out on the field and deal with everything here. Yeah. It's a very safe way to play, so fair enough. Archers are over here now for Rose, though, so it's going to be skirmishers and archers. This will melt to mangonels, obviously, but mangonels will have a tougher time taking out the towers. Will need to be repaired. They need to have repairs behind the mangonel if he wants to do that. So yeah, not in a... Well, Rose is getting close to clicking up as well. She could... I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I'm going to say she. She could probably go up here. Sell some wood. Does she have a market? No. It's going for full stone walls. Okay. So Rose wants to take this late. Rose definitely wants to take this late. And is doing a good job being annoying here, but... yeah, the window of opportunity for Mr. Bean is kind of closing here to get like lethal damage in. Mangonel is out, but yeah, it has to be repaired here. But these towers will eventually go down. Mangonels will obviously do fine against this army too. But the Bulgarians can definitely get some Krepos up, can get some Conics out on the field, which could be lethal here as well. So let's see. She's not on stone anymore. So maybe she could, well, she's invested all her stone into these walls. But a forward Krepos could be brutal, right? A forward Krepos could be really brutal. Mr. Bean is still on stone, so maybe he's thinking about a castle to stall all of this out. But he's gone for siege to do that. Oh, yeah, now it's falling apart here on the wood. Jeez. Alright, go back to this wood, Mr. Bean. Losing some villagers here. So sloppy. What's the eco KD? 7-4 for Rose. In terms of villager numbers, Rose is in the lead in terms of villagers. Doesn't have the score lead, but it's not so far away. 10 skirmishers. But yeah, I don't know. Crossbow is in. Crossbow going to try and sneak around. Going to try and snipe some villagers here. Might get one. But yeah, villager able to get it out of dodge there. If this is just a palisade, I think you attack this, right? These guys going to sneak around, try and break through a house, but whatever. Mangonel is on the way for Mr. Bean, so he's going to try and bust in with his crossbow after stabilizing a bit at home. Mangonel gradually taking out these TCs. Gonna drop another... Gonna drop a TC on the front here on the gold. Another tower coming out. There are scouts on the field now. Scouts will do okay against the mangonels. but won't be killing Mr. Bean anyway. Mr. Bean, I think, needs to... I don't know what he should do, honestly. Knights just seem like the obvious choice. Villager's going to repair here, but the Mangonel goes down. And Scouts, yeah, a nice little neat addition there, but has safe woodline here. But yeah, going to keep this tower up for now. There's villagers inside that, so... Rose has been very inefficient in her eco, right? Because she's had villagers forward, not doing anything except repairing towers. There's still villagers hanging around inside these towers, right? Skirmishers here. It's like, is that really necessary now? Like, these towers aren't going to do anything. They're denying this already. You don't need anything inside there, but tiny, tiny things. All right, Mangonel finally gets the house down. Bringing down the house as Scouts run in. Mr. Bean needs to spot this, and he does. Gets a great shot. That's a fantastic shot by Mr. Bean. Really impressive play there. He's been spot on with his Mangonel micro all game. Needs to be careful here again, though. Scout gonna be cheeky, try and run in. No, here comes the skirmisher archer army. And Rose is in castle age now. And she has a ton of wood. I think she needs to balance that out. Big shot comes in. Okay. Market. Okay. What's gonna happen here? Knights are on the way for Rose. So she's the one going for knights. Or I really think it should have been Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean going for monks. So yeah, this is turning into not a normal game, but maybe stabilizing slightly for both players. Okay, Mangonel gonna try and... Well, just gonna try and break in. If the crossbow get in, it could be bad. But Rose, she had all that stone. Now she's dropping a TC. Okay. Defensive Crepos could be very nice. Just defensive towers are fine here as well, no? Defensive guard tower, even if you really want to go for it. But yeah. Mr. Bean with the score lead. Definitely with the score lead, and this has been a fantastic game. This has been a really interesting game. I haven't really seen it. I've said that for so many times today. This is the first time I've seen a game like this. But really, this has been a bizarre game of Arabia. And it's not over yet by any means. Okay, Siege now coming out for Rose. So she's going to look to push in with Rams, I guess. You go for Rams here, right? With your Knights? Yeah, I think you go for Rams. There's monks somewhere. Where are these monks? Monk's taking in the relics now for Mr. Bean, so nice play by him, just sneakily getting the relics. It's going to be one at least for him. Meanwhile, over here, villagers being hounded down, but there is a knight here to help out. Villagers should probably just try and kill here. Yeah, knight going to take care of the crossbow. But double siege push, so siege on this side. It's going to be a bean sandwich with rose petals as the bread. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, here we go. Mangonel's going to attack the towers. What happened to this little push? Got cleared up somehow. And yeah. Now the archer skirmisher army going to push back across. Knights here are going to be very annoying. These knights have forging and scale barding armor. Castle going up though for Mr. Bean here. Because reasons. Monk can get a conversion here. Knight is absolutely hounding after this monk. Let's see. Switching it up. Maybe deserves a conversion here. Will he get it? Nope. Bit unlucky there is Mr. Bean, but good job by Rose committing there. I think if he had tried to run away or hesitated, he would have lost one of those knights. So good play, good committing. Good committing, is that how you should say it? Good commission? No. He committed well. All right. Rose, she committed well, excuse me. All right. Castle going up here for Mr. Bean. And yeah, what will this really do for him? We'll secure this gold. It will secure some farms, this wood line. It will get rid of this market and stable. Okay. But yeah, this has become a very strange game. Is there a double push? No, Mangonel's on this side. Okay. Mangonel here for defense. Good play by both players. Trading 1 for 1 while there's so much going on around the map. It's really fantastic. Rose on top somehow after just locking down the base with stone and now expanding her eco. So really nice play. In terms of villagers, she's on 54. Mr. Bean ahead on 62. So maybe a few more villagers went down here that we didn't notice. But it's much of a muchness at this stage. When a game is messy like this, a few villagers here and there doesn't really matter. As Mr. Bean is on his way to Imperial Age. Okay. So what's he going to do in Imperial Age? Maybe get some Berserks out on the field? Maybe Berserks are the way to go here? Who knows? I think Berserks can do fine here. Especially if he gets Chieftains or whatever. But anyway. Rose is banking Res too. And yeah. This is tough. This is tough. There's 2 monks here. What are these guys gonna do? Oh. Dodge Mangonel shots like absolute ninjas is what they're gonna... Oh no, headshot. Yeah, no. Okay, never mind. Okay. Crossbow here gonna go down. So much to react to. It's just nuts, but wow. So much death. It's just crazy. Okay, villagers now going back to work, but Mangonel from Rose. Okay. Villagers coming out to take care of this. Doesn't care if he loses some villagers to conversions. Okay, whatever. Looks like it's going to happen. And now we can repair with these villagers. That's stylish. That's really, really stylish by Rose. I was like, why is he going to convert the villagers? It's so stupid. You should be prioritizing converting knights and that kind of thing. That's why I am a noob and Rose is a genius. Alright, that's very stylish. I really like that play. Alright. Market eventually going to go down. And yeah, Mr. Bean has reached the Imperial Age. Rose, not so far away from it, honestly. She could sell some of that gold. Or, yeah, no, buy some food, sell some stone, and be on her way up as well. But it's going to be forward siege from Mr. Bean as the crossbow skirmisher army, yeah, hanging out there. Mangonel will eventually go down despite the best efforts of the villagers. Scorpion is here though. And yeah, Rose, the window is closing on what you're going to go for here. Mr. Bean, I think, could have ended this a bit earlier, but now there's a Treb out on the field. And he's going to bring the Treb forward and take out... Oh yeah, just push in this way, right? Villagers escaping through a little side hatch here. And are going to go out and try and get some wood, I guess. Plenty of wood inside here, no? Okay, not so much. Maybe just going to go out for a secondary stone. That might be the play. Anyway. All the pressure coming from Mr. Bean now. Pushing out across the field. Feels like he's defended well enough at home. Maybe he isn't, but it's fine. It's fine enough for now. There's nothing back here he really cares about. Still has tower defense. This mini base on the side just not getting any damage. And it's all about Mr. Bean now pushing in. Has the Trebs, has the Rams. Has a few archers and a monk. And that's kind of it. He's going for capped ram. So we'll definitely be able to bust in. We'll be able to take out the TCs. And Rose is really going to have her work cut out to survive this situation. What do you do here? She has the res to click up. Do you go for it though? Do you go and then just go Cavalier straight away? She is getting chain barding armor. Maybe she feels that just going straight knights now and not going to Imperial Age is the way to win this. I'm not convinced though. I'm not convinced that's the case. Arbalest is in. If he gets a few more Arbalest, this could be incredibly difficult. I think, yeah, the Arbalest are just going to win it here for Mr. Bean. Doesn't have ballistics, but still doesn't matter. Well, maybe it does matter. Like a few villagers would be dead if he had ballistics. I think it has to be over now, right? Ram gonna push in here. Ram's just attacking the walls for no reason. It's open, guys. You can go in. All right. Treb can just be brought in here. There's not going to be enough knights to deal with the Arbalest. Arbalest shred knights. And I feel like it's GG. Knights running around trying to reassure these villagers. Okay, it's all right, lads. We're going to be fine. Build some houses. No, it's not going to be fine. I think he's done. I think Rose is done here. And yeah, lots of blinking on the map. Being pushed back here. Some relics were taken in. These villagers on stone. Monks being hidden in the corner here. But yeah, Mr. Bean just needs to be a little bit patient here. Get his rams out in front. Doesn't want to leave his Treb undefended against knights. Knights going to pop out now. Okay, here we go. It's a big moment. Villager. Oh, that's neat. Was that intentional? The villager making a house so the Arbalest had a place to hide? Arbalest probably win this anyway. Oh my god. Maybe not. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. More Arbalest, please. 6 in the queue. Get your monks forward, man. Okay, so the knights clean up the Arbalest, and now the capped rams have to get out of dodge. Treb is still here helping out. Monk finally going to come in and maybe get a conversion. Gets a conversion on a full HP knight, or more or less full. Now there's Arbalest here. And does Rose have the eco to make more knights? Yes. Does she have the eco to drop a castle? Yes. Should she drop a castle? No. There's a Treb right here. So it doesn't make sense to drop anything here. So yeah, GG. GG. What a crazy game. What a crazy game. Mr. Bean gets the style points for that. Very nice. Oh, no, it was Rose. Right. Rose gets the style points for that very interesting Mangonel villager conversion repair situation, which was very tasty. Yeah. Very, very nice. Rose could have balanced things a little bit better, in all fairness. Maybe could have committed to knights early on. Like 4 stable production of knights might actually have won that game. Mr. Bean, yeah. Not going knights early on. The moral of the story is knights, but these guys are super good, so I'm not going to say what they should or shouldn't do one way or another. I would have been crushed in that game. So really high level play by these guys. Very messy, but very fun. All right.